let's just come out and say it that us having this conversation is fucking explosive, like almost radioactive. Some people, I mean, like
Yeah.
the interest in people hearing from you, people
Yeah.
seeing us together is off
Yeah.
the charts.
Yeah, I
And
did it. I did a year of alcohol treatment, and I actually have never felt better. I actually didn't realize I had such a problem that I did, and
did or do. That's a distinction that we need to be clear about.
yeah, I guess do.
Yeah.
Because Novak said, dude, if you just do a year, you'll understand how much better you will feel. Because you always go 30 to 60 days, maybe 90 tops. But if you just do a year, you'll understand. And I call him up after a year. I'm like, Novak, I understand. I get it. I feel great now. I do not want that lifestyle. I got a 4-year-old. I don't miss the hangovers whatsoever. And I just don't want to return to that anymore.
Okay. And I think that that is very good. I also I have to be honest that I'm concerned that I get the impression that you feel like, all right, I'm done. I did my year of treatment and now I'm done, and now I can kind of get back to running around and doing my own thing. Like I worry like crazy that you feel that
Yeah.
the problem you have with alcoholism is something that you can handle on your own.
Well, I still have 90 more days of class, but I'm going to transfer to Carlsbad to finish the classes. But they still drug test, alcohol test you every time I go.
Right. I mean,
Yeah.
just to give you an idea of what it was like for me, I remember understanding the statistics for
Yeah.
alcoholics staying sober. They are not in our favor, Bam. Most
Yeah.
alcoholics die drunk of causes related directly to alcoholism. And
Yeah.
I've heard that only like 5% make it. And when I went
Yeah.
into rehab, I was like, dude, I want to be in that 5%. And I'm willing to do whatever it takes to give myself the advantage. And that's why I lived in the little halfway house to
Yeah.
protect my sobriety. I stayed in the little halfway house until I was 2 years sober. And only then, when I left the halfway house, even then, I needed to live like next door to like a sober guy because I wanted to protect my sobriety so much, like, and
Yeah.
it's just important to really, really protect it. And I say that as a guy who loves you, man. Like, you got to know,
Yeah.
it's not my job to say who's an alcoholic or who's not, but I think that we can
Yeah.
agree.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I know, dude. I've been going for it for 10 years or more. There would be breaks and shit, but I mean, there were times I would just wake up to whiskey and hot
Sure. And,
tea,
and without
and just
fail.
all day long when I'd wake up with a hangover, I just.
Sure. And every time there was a break, without fail, whenever you took so much as one sip of alcohol, then the whole gorilla came out of the cage. You open that door one little crack, and the whole gorilla comes out of the cage, and you can't get the gorilla back in the cage.
Yeah, and not to mention, if I ever made skating plans or workout plans, I'm like, dude, all bets are off. I'm drinking. Like, for some reason, when I'm drinking, all activities are off. I just like to sit at home or whatever, crack jokes, watch TV, whatever. But I mean, I'll paint and stuff, but I'm not productive like skating wise or working out wise. I just don't feel like it.
Right.
And what was so
But,
hard? Was it hard to admit that you had a problem, or was
I
there
think so because man, because I wasn't like going out and being I wasn't going out to bars and I wasn't being a mess. So the fact that I learned how to control behaving myself but still being wasted, I felt like I had an excuse to say I'm better than I was.
Can you help enlighten us as to what period you're referring to when you were able to control being?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, dude, those days are so long gone, Bam. Like, you
Yeah.
didn't control shit.
Well, I've tried every which method. I'm like, all right, I'm only gonna sip on White Claws from now on.
Yeah.
Then I'd be like, all right, I'm only gonna sip whiskey just every so once in a while. That didn't work out. All right, I'm just going to do white wine during dinner. That didn't work. Like,
Sure.
I've tried it all, and I figured out that it just always turns into one glass, turns into two, then it turns into a bottle, turns into two bottles, then I'm out looking for booger sugar.
Sure. I mean, I
Yeah.
think that we've established that over and over again. And the other thing too is that by definition, an alcoholic can't keep himself sober. That's why we have
Yeah.
this community of
Yeah.
people who keep each other sober, and we
Yeah.
stay sober by helping other people stay sober. And I'm telling you, man, that like the secret to success as an alcoholic is to join this team and do what we do.
Well, that's why I liked when I packed up everything and I moved to San Marcos in Southern California, because I had such a tight group of skater friends that were sober. I had Naveed the shaman, who I was hiking with all the time, 8 miles a day, sometimes at 5 in the morning. It was like our ritual. And then I was doing the Sheckler meetings all the time. I was doing your Wednesday meeting, your home group. And it was just working out. Then I twisted my ankle at Tony Hawk's house. Then from all there, it was just downhill. I'm getting my 6-pack of fucking White Claw. Then it turned into 12-pack, and then I just
Right.
started sitting around and drinking.
And I'm particularly nervous, like right now, and this is the reason why I wanted to talk to you right now, is because you've got like a whole year that you've been in treatment. You're really like a good sort of distance from your last drink, and I feel like if the idea crawls into your head that you can get away with having a sip on some kind of a drink, and then the whole gorilla comes out of the cage again, like
Yeah.
I really
I don't want to do that anymore.
yeah, I feel
just
like
don't.
it's really scary after everything you've been through over the last year, 2 years,
Yeah.
that if you drink again and the whole gorilla comes out, then we've got a serious problem on our hands.
Yeah, and plus I've done a year without a phone. I haven't had internet privileges. I haven't had music privilege because all the music's on my phone. So like once I turn my phone on and everybody knows I did a year sober, I have all these business opportunities that I do not want to fuck up. It's kind of like when Novak got the opportunity to work for Banyan Treatment Center, and he got a really big paycheck that he's like, oh my God, like he knows that if he sips on even a glass of wine and Banyan finds out, he's fucked forever. So like he does not want to ruin his relationship with Banyan. He's making great money and he's helping people,
Right. Good.
and like with this now, I have a brand new phone number. So when Viva La Bam days and just my drunken days, I let so many people in my bubble that it just fucking exploded. So many drinking buddies, so many people just, yo, let me get your number. Like if I had a good time with you that night, yo, let me get your number. Yeah, sure, whatever. And everybody would blow me up on the phone that I didn't even know who was important and who to answer to anymore. Now I got a tight group of friends that I talk to on the daily. I don't, if somebody says, can I get your number? I say, nope. I just keep it real tight. Talk to Danny Way on the regular, Yellow Wolf on the regular, the Derns, Novak, Kat Von D,
I love that. It's called Steve-O's Hot Sauce for Your Butthole. And if you go on Amazon and type in Steve-O's Hot Sauce for Your Butthole and order yourself a bottle, you'd be really helping me. Because right now we're ranked number 30 on all of Amazon. And if you buy a bottle, we might go up the ladder. And that would mean a lot. So please get on Amazon and buy Steve-O's Hot Sauce for Your Butthole. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.